No, don't do that.
And just make sure it's muted.
What is up, y'all? This is the TIP Network.
I thought we were gonna have a tip intro.
Yeah, well, this is the TIP intro.
This is the tip intro.
Yeah. I already told you. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
what is up, y'all?
This
is the TIP Network. As you can tell, we already struggle streaming, so forgive us for the little bit of the echo and the feedback.
Ah, man.
Here we go. We're rookies once again.
Oh, apparently, Restream and what's this? All this extra stuff you have here.
Yeah.
It just brought us back to the beginning. But
yeah, Restream.io. Get $10 off and use our link. Anyway, I gotta plug it.
All right, you polite savages, and welcome to another live show of the Mansplaining Experience. It's a mansplaining show, and we have three ladies with us today.
Three ladies.
Uno, dos, tres. So we are going to start with our returning champion. She's going to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Karina.
She said hi. Oh boy, this is. And so, hey, all right. So tell us, you got your name. Tell us if you're single or dating anybody.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. It's complicated. She out there clapping it up. Okay.
It's complicated. We did it. Wait, what did you say? You say clapping it up?
No, she's not clapping. No, she's not. She's a good girl. She's never made a clap ever.
All right.
Next one.
All right.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, hi, I'm CiCi.
And she's back again, and
Still taken.
still taking. So all of the
For now.
Yeah, all taken. Well, don't worry, gentlemen. We'll do our best to screw that up. Okay, and we have everyone's back again. We have
Amira.
Sorry. And single taken.
Yeah, single with kids.
Single with kids. Oh, so she like. So is it a package deal? Somebody talk to you. They gotta like.
Yeah, it's buy one, take two free.
Oh, really? Jesus. So they got
like that.
So since we're talking relationship,
I don't know about the man's wallet though, but yeah,
they got to show up on the first date with a Happy Meal. Huh? Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Okay, so here we go. So this is a different show that we have for you today. Last time we did It's Complicated Reaction. We're going to talk strictly relationships, but one thing that we did do.
What happened to the gym stuff?
Well, all right. So I had a gym show already, right?
Okay, so I titled it wrong.
It was.
This is like struggle streaming on live and struggle streaming on videos.
Yeah, no. They're gym girls talking relationships.
Okay.
So you know, and of course, God, you just threw me off, dude. Cut that shit out next time.
Well, you know, we got to thank Amira for showing up, though.
Yes,
because Joanna, or which is it Luna or is it Joanna? I don't know which one we're going.
Luna.
Right.
Luna had an emergency.
She had something to take care of, so we had
she couldn't show up.
An emergency filling guest. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And so we have Amira back, and of course I want to thank CiCi for coming right back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she literally came back.
Like she's excited.
Yeah, she literally came back. I bribed her with chicken and waffles, and she had the black experience.
So good.
And Karina, of course, always thank you so much for coming back with us. So I'm gonna ask some really tough questions. I'm gonna ask questions. So we did something different. We put up polls and we solicited subscriber questions for you folks. And so what we did was we put up like four or five options, and whoever had the most votes won. And so we kind of like had some folks interactive. Hopefully we'll get some people feeling good about the questions we ask, because sometimes people think I ask crappy questions. I guess I'm too nice or something. I don't know. So
well, I mean, when we're doing Chloe Roma, like her fans were not really happy with some of the questions that we're asking, but even though
yeah,
she was fine with it.
Yeah, well, Chloe was fine, but everyone said that I was too soft. So
I thought it was too hard.
Yeah, well, who cares? Okay. All right, so this question, let's see, who wants to go first? No one. That's excellent.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. See. So we selected our polite savages, and here's question number one, and I'm going to ask you all this, but I just want your opinion. What do you think about a 40-year-old man with a 25-year-old woman? Is it creepy?
Repeat that again.
What do you think about a 40-year-old man dating a 25-year-old woman? Is that creepy?
No, it's a 15 age gap. That's not creepy.
No.
No.
So have any of y'all did that?
No.
No.
No?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yes.
okay. All right, all right. So what do you think about a 40-year-old woman with a 25-year-old? What comes to your mind with a 40-year-old woman with a 25-year-old?
Not creepy.
Same thing, like not
Whatever.
creepy.
Yeah.
Y'all boring as hell. Y'all ain't got no opinions on it.
Wait.
Y'all ain't like, yeah, she getting it. She getting her cheeks clapped.
Well,
No.
what you were thinking we were gonna answer? Oh, good.
Well, I mean, that's the technical term. No. Boy, these questions are really going over great.
I mean, we can ask like their peer, like about their peers and their friends and who they hang out with. I'm sure we'll get.
I mean, I think it's creepier when it's like, I don't know, 6-year-old with a 25-year-old.
Why?
And could you bring the microphone towards your face?
Yeah,
You
come
can.
on.
Yeah, you can hold.
He's
your
closer
rabbit.
to retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, you got Al Pacino having kids with a 29-year-old.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like,
Robert De Niro.
yeah, and they're like
Old.
old. Like,
Old people don't want to fuck.
no, it's not that. It's just like, it's just, you feel bad because you're not going to see your kid grow up because you're going to, in 10 years or,
So 2 years.
2 years,
They're like
whatever.
89, 90 years old.
yeah, your health is going to like kick in.
No,
And
probably already sucks.
so,
So
I mean, I
okay.
guess good for the mom because she's going to,
You get all that money.
yeah.
So,
But like,
why is it? Is it so to you? Is it only creepy because he's going to die early? So if he was going to live to be 120, would it be okay?
Oh my god.
no.
No. So it's just not okay because he's an old man.
It's like,
You think it's nasty because he's an old man.
I didn't say nasty. I
Look
said
at it, you making
inappropriate.
a nasty face.
I mean, obviously, like it's their lives, whatever. I'll just comment once and then move on with my life. I won't get fixated on this.
You're not going to spend a lot of time.
Yeah. So
You're not going to send anything else.
no.
Okay, let's go. Let's ask the same question. Let's stay on that premise. What do you think about a old man like Al Pacino busting it? First of all, I want to give a shout out to Al Pacino because that did take some cardio proficiency to get a woman pregnant at his age.
It's probably Viagra.
Yeah,
What about Blue Chews?
Blue Chew.
Blue
Yeah,
Chews.
Blue Chew. And
We're just saying we need some sponsorships here.
well, we're in the process. We're in the process. You know, the Blue Chew affiliate. So all of you,
How are we?
yeah. So all of you folks who need a little help, we're gonna give it.
Especially older guys.
Hey,
What? I just said older guys.
I mean,
I didn't say
ain't nothing wrong with mine.
She's like, you're like the only other guy here. So what is it? Was it
Oh,
like the
you're gonna
mom?
start too, huh? Oh, okay. Okay, you do be clapping. All right. So what do you think? What do you think, CiCi, about that?
It's not my cup of tea, but I mean, whatever floats your boat. Honestly, whatever floats you. I feel like if you have a deep connection with somebody, by all means, go.
What if it's just a lot of money? So I mean, let's just be serious. Because I love it when people say, "Oh, ain't no deep connection with his old ring." That's what it is. Is that he's a billionaire.
Well, then that's
And-
what
and-
they're
That's his
striving
problem.
to do.
I mean,
and
go for the person that's gonna get the money.
he can't take it with him.
Yeah, he can't take it with him. But if he doesn't want that to happen, fair enough.
But he's gonna die. See, here's
No,
the
some
thing.
people, they're gonna die, but they don't want anybody having the money, so they do it for them.
Yeah, but all right. So here's one thing. I've been privileged enough to know a couple of people who made a lot of money, and one of the things is everybody tells me once they reach a certain level, when they're just not really worried about it no more, they're looking for people to invest in or something to relate to. And I know it sounds odd, but like I work for a CEO of a startup, and he was on the board of like 5 different companies. And like I was like, why don't his name was Michael. I was like, Mike, why don't you drive like a nice car? And he's like, why? I had a nice car when I was younger. It's boring. I was like, what do you mean? It's boring. Like there's nothing boring to me about a Ferrari, right? It's like I don't care how I already drive one. And it's like, so he was looking more into like investing. So what I would say stuff to him like, listen, there's a bunch of folks who they didn't graduate college, they're like high school grads, but they all want to code. And he was like, we should send them to coding boot camp.
That's really nice.
And then he was like, oh, they want to learn how to meditate. Let's send everybody to learn how to meditate. Meditation did great things for me. And I was like, why are you spending so much of your own money? And he's like, I'm old. I'm not going to take it with me. I'm about to retire. I don't
That's
care.
nice.
It's not nice. I think it's just more like you probably stepped on a bunch of people to get it, and now you're trying to go to heaven. But
You're guilty. You're feeling guilty.
but like to your thing, like I know you folks think like, oh, well, his money, but like let me let you in on a big secret about relationships, just so y'all know, right? Whether people agree with me or not, women supply beauty, they supply femininity, they make your life better, and men provide.
Mhm.
Right, and you can say, "Oh, man, doesn't have to have provider. Money doesn't make a difference," and we'll talk about that a little later. But let's just brass tacks, right? So, like, I mean, hell, if I'm 90 years old, and like maybe like everything's falling apart, and there's a 29-year-old. All right, I mean, I'm sure she wanted the baby. Anyway, what do you think about that 955-year-old man and a 29-year-old woman?
I have experience dating an older guy and a
tell us
younger guy.
Tell us about it. Tell us about the older guy.
Older guy.
And how long were you dating him for? Or how
Oh,
long did you?
it was like for like a couple months. I found out he was in a relationship with someone, but also with someone younger
The
too.
plot thickens.
Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah.
This is more interesting than whatever you else have planned.
Yeah.
Go to
So basically, at that time, he was my neighbor. We had a 33-year age gap.
You was busting it down with your neighbor.
No, he asked me out right?
Mhm.
So he was a civil engineer. What else? He was like he's half Japanese, half Filipino, and as getting to know him, he would take me out on dates and stuff. And then at the end of the date, for whatever reason, he would give me money. And then, here, like allowance for you.
Sugar baby vibes.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, I never asked for anything. He just gave it, And then, as we talk more, I found out that, I'm like, so you're single, right? And then he was like, not really. And then I'm like, what do you mean? And then he's like, I have a girlfriend. She's 25 years old. And I think, yeah.
Damn. So
Yeah.
this dude was just out here just shellacking young booty.
Wait,
Huh?
so how did you find out?
Huh?
You just asked him?
I asked him like
If you feel like
if he was in a relationship, because I was asking, because of course he has kids, right? So in the beginning I asked like about his children, or I don't know how many kids he has. I forgot. He said he's divorced, and then I'm like, oh, so like you're single? And then he's like, no, I have a girlfriend. And then he even showed me a photo. I'm like, what?
He showed you before he was trying to introduce y'all to each other. He's like, I have a girlfriend.
so you got.
And I was just wondering if,
maybe.
So then, how did you classify what you guys had going on?
He, I think he wanted something like, I think just,
A side chick?
yeah, pretty much, because I'm very convenient. I was just there. You know what I mean? Like the neighbor. Oh yeah, she's free. I see her. She's home.
it's like her car is in the driveway. Oh, we got our first super chat. Salute to the OG, Mr. Kings and Dreams.
Yeah, we can actually show the super chats now.
Oh, we can show the super chat. Wow, we've really all right.
We've upgraded.
Wow, so we're not struggling as bad as I thought we were. So what do we got here? What does Kings and Dreams says? He says, salute. Big up THPP Network. Big up the ladies in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ladies. We brought the ladies here for y'all. We brought the ladies for y'all. Okay, we brought it for y'all. Nah, salute, and I also want to just give a shout out to our folks who are here. So we have Uncle Guns in the house, self-made. Uncle Guns is self-made. The ultimate polite savages. The Do Better podcast with Theo Coop. Hero by Default. Hey, I like that. I like that name. Hero by Default. I just want to thank all of y'all folks watching and rocking with us. Thank you for your patience with us also. Yeah. Okay.
And thank you again, Kings and Dreams, for that $5 super chat.
$5.
Make sure you go check out Kings and Dreams channel. It's on about traveling, and also he does consultations, especially if you're going over to the Dominican Republic.
To the DR, yeah. Colombia,
and maybe possibly Cuba. So
yeah, my G went to Cuba. Dude, now I feel like I don't travel enough.
yeah.
Okay, so next question, right? So we want to know what's when you're in a relationship with somebody, what is most important? And this is not we're not going to even touch on looks, because look, I understand. I don't care what anyone says. I understand that there needs to be a looks threshold. And so, like, if you just go, you ain't gonna just date Igor Slandor. So we understand there needs to be a look threshold. So let's just talk about other stuff besides looks, because I know Karina, like, he better,
He
he better have an accent. And I need him to have that thing. I know we didn't talk to Karina before. So here we go, right here. What's more important to you? And we're gonna start with Karina first. When it comes to dating someone, number one, I got a multiple choice. Their political beliefs. Number two, their religious beliefs. Or number three, their lifestyle. What are the things that's most important to you that you look at?
I get the lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
In which way?
Like, if they're active, meaning like active, like what do they do, like for like hobbies? What are their interests?
What if they're active for Jesus?
What?
Active in the church for Jesus?
I mean, I would respect that. If they would bring into our conversations Jesus, I would be kind of off of it. Just because, like, I mean, I respect anybody's beliefs and I won't insult them, but I'm not the type of person who wants that the opposite person to like force me to like follow their religious.
I get it. So you want to be religious? So
like I have my beliefs, right, and my faith might not be as strong as theirs, and I just want them to respect that. But I wouldn't want them to bring like, oh well, we should like, Jesus would frown upon that or whatever.
Let me set this scenario. So just hold on.
Two super chat donations.
Hold on. Dude, Theo Coop with the Do Better podcast.
Thank you.
Theo, thank you so much. I mean, now if you folks haven't watched the Do Better podcast, Theo Coop got one of them El Wapo voices. Matter of fact, him and El Wapo should yell at each other. It sound like two grizzly bears in the woods. But Theo Coop is hilarious. It's really great. It does some of the best live stream reactions I've seen. And Kings and Dreams, he just with the $2 super chat just wants to say he's going to Cuba at the end of July. So thank you both, the Do Better podcast with the big $20 super chat, and of course Kings and Dreams with the $2 super chat. Thank you so very much. Not only do we appreciate you, but we rock with you. Now, check this out, Karina. Dude's perfect. So let's put some parameters on it now. 6'2". Let's say he's about 215 pounds, in a gym all the time, just looking good, right? I know how you like with a little olive skin, olive skin from the Mediterranean, because we know what we already know. And he looks at you and he's like, Karina, hey, you are perfect for me. I just need you in my life. And you're so excited. You feel so good because that's all you wanted him to say. And then he says, but first, will you go get baptized with me? In the blood of Jesus Christ. He said, no, I want you to come to my church. I want you in my church family to get baptized with me.
I don't think so.
You would.
I mean, maybe like at first it would be fine, but then see what I would feel is like I couldn't be like myself with him because I would feel that he would judge me. Because I'm like, I'm sarcastic. I like dark humor, laughing, especially like laughing about.
Why did you look at me when you said dark?
Because we're having this conversation. Who am I supposed to look at? Scott? Who's not even like direct said anything to me?
Well, look at Scott.
Throwing people off the rails, right?
Yeah. All right. So basically, you just scared he's going to judge you when you go on your late night tequila runs and.
No, just like I couldn't make like a crude joke because he
what-
would probably be like offensive to him.
But how do you know? I mean, what if he was? I'm telling you, he's perfect in every way. He liked your personality and all. He just wanted you to wash yourself in the blood of Jesus with him.
I don't know. I guess I would have to put myself in that situation and see what happens.
Okay, so we'll come back to you. So, CiCi,
Yes.
thank you so much for coming back. Little dynamo.
Love to be here.
So this
Yeah,
will
she gets free food. That's why.
she is free.
Chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles. literally.
So good.
So yeah, chicken wangs. So here we go right here. Most important to you, for your, and by the way, this question did come from Kings and Dreams. Most important to you in relationships, is it political beliefs, religious beliefs, or lifestyle?
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. I guess lifestyle encompasses so much, huh?
Yeah.
So what's a deal breaker in lifestyle to you?
It's hard to pinpoint. Basically, it's just if our lifestyles just don't blend well together, that would be
It's one of
an
those weird.
issue.
It's one of those weird answers when you're trying not to answer.
No, it's just like I can't really pinpoint something that would be
All right.
like, oh,
I'll make this easier. What if the guy, he works 40 to 50 hours a week, but he doesn't go to the gym, and he eats junk food, and he likes to drink alcohol on the weekends?
Yeah.
only on the weekends?
Only on
Yes,
the weekends.
bad experiences right here.
Yeah. Only on the weekends.
Only on weekends. Okay.
And he's kind of got a dad bod.
Yeah, that's no problem.
That's no problem.
That's no problem.
Okay.
As long as he doesn't have a drinking problem.
So drinking problem. So
That would be-
So that's the lifestyle barrier for you.
Yes, that would be, and controlling.
Controlling.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about. This is great because we're gonna have a good conversation about controlling.
Again.
I had a relationship that was just.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for the PTSD.
She's not coming back, but you just scared her away.
Well, we'll lighten the mood up with the super chat that was just dropped in by Money Motion.
Money Motion. in the house.
$10 USD.
$10. And what does Money Motion say?
Do you need your bifocals? I notice every time you read a super chat, you have to take off your
Yeah.
glasses. I'm just saying. We gotta get a lot of sponsorships. You know, the old men stuff, and then anyway, go ahead.
How long are we in it? Can I cuss you out yet? How long are we in it?
I don't even know.
Are we
30 minutes, 32 minutes in.
32 minutes
Yeah,
in?
yeah.
Kiss my ass. A matter of fact, kiss the brown part of my black ass. How about that? Okay. How about that? Salute to you, brothers. Here's a dime for the love of the game. Hey, for the love of the game. Thank you so much, Money Motion. Thank you all for rocking with us. So
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so humbling because like we don't live stream a lot. We're trying to live stream
Obviously.
more. We're trying to be more professional in our live stream presentation.
Yeah.
We're trying to give you good content, and when people support us like this, I mean, I just salute to all you folks. Thank you so much. So I had a little PTSD. So if the person, let's say the person had every night he comes home on clockwork, he has 3 drinks. 3 drinks. It's too much, huh?
No, I can't.
Ooh, okay.
I cannot.
You know, on live stream, I used to drink, like when we first started live streaming, I used to drink an entire bottle
I mean,
of
like,
liquor.
but you didn't do it every night, right? It's not an every night.
Oh, I could drink an entire bottle of liquor every night. I just stopped drinking because my wife asked me to.
You're kind of at the end of the scale. What I mean, so what I mean by that is like you actually drink a lot, but you never really got drunk. So that was kind of his habitual thing, but then he went cold turkey, like just
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah,
he
no,
never had issues. So
See,
that's why I'm saying he's at
that's
the
what I
very end
mean.
of the
Yeah,
scale.
like
Yeah.
it's a problem if it's
It
a problem
takes so
for
much
you.
for me to get drunk that like I literally drink an entire bottle of whiskey and I'd be like,
Nice.
fuck, man.
It took him so much that the doctor told him to stop.
Yeah, the doctor
Yeah.
was like, bro,
you.
like really? Like this is where we're at here. So I just cold turkey. I'm here.
Yes.
¿Cómo está?
Mabuti. Kamusta
¿Cómo está?
ka?
Worko. The people like, hey. No, doesn't go that way.
I'm trying to adjust your thing here so we can see more of her. Good. Go ahead.
I think it's this.
I don't need you touching my thing.
You're like,
Sorry.
This fool over here just See what happens if they get too comfortable. So, what's more important to you? Political beliefs, religious beliefs, or lifestyle?
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, what kind of lifestyle would the man have that would be conflicting with your own lifestyle?
I don't want them to be lazy, I guess.
Mhm.
And also active, like goes to the gym.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be everyday thing, but like, they try to be healthy.
Mhm.
Um,
And is he exclusive to you?
what do you mean?
Meaning, let's say, sorry, I got to ask this. So, let's say he's making about, like, I don't know, $100,000 a year. Would he be able to have other side relationships, or do you want
asking
only?
troubles to get me in trouble with my wife? My wife's like, "You make that money, you think you can have another relationship?"
I'm just asking, or can he only be exclusive to you?
Oh, that depends on whatever we talked about.
Okay, so
Oh,
see that's why, because
It depends on our agreement with me between the guy.
so
but,
so
you
there's
know.
a chance
Chance of what?
that you would allow it if you guys talked about it.
Hold on, what was the main question?
Lifestyle.
Because you said it's about relationship, therefore I expect this one to be my boyfriend, right?
Mhm.
So
so does he have to be exclusive?
your boyfriend is not exclusive?
Well, I mean, depends.
I've never had a boyfriend. I don't know.
Especially in the
So
day.
you asking like, would she be okay with an open relationship?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because that's a lifestyle thing, right?
Yeah.
That's a lifestyle thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it still depends.
still depends.
It still depends on me and the guy's agreement. If we're both not ready and just want an open relationship, then okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
So what determines it to be ready, where it's now only an exclusive relationship?
Like I said, if we talked about our feelings or whatever,
Our feelings.
I don't know, whatever.
So he says, listen, I rock with you. You're an amazing woman.
Uh-huh.
And not only are you an amazing woman, but I know that you're somebody who I want to spend a lot of my time with. And I want to give you my time, but I
Thank
just
you.
can't stop chasing these hoes. What you go? These hoes keep calling me. What am I going to do? So, and nobody, let's just say he was honest with you. He was just like, listen, I'll take care of you and be with you, but every now and again, just slap some ass on the side.
Can I do the same?
I don't know. How about no? How about no? You can't do the same.
Then I can't. I don't want it.
Okay. How about you? Have you ever considered an open relationship?
No.
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 She said no straight
Nope.
up. She said no.
Nope.
You can't share, huh?
You're either mine or not.
Oh, you're
all.
dead. Right.
Or there's the door. I don't need it.
So is there ever a possibility of an open relationship?
Nope.
Like at all? So he's Al Pacino status. Oh, okay. He's a young Al Pacino, right? He's making millions of dollars. He's got a lot of status, a lot of notoriety. You would want him to be exclusive.
Yep.
Okay, that's principles. Yep. I can dig that.
How about you? How about you, Miss Karina? Would you have an open relationship?
No.
No. What if it's super long distance?
There's the exceptions, I guess, but like
so let's explore the exception though, because I think it's very relevant with our channel, because we do focus on traveling, and we talk about long distance relationships before, but like what would have to be in place for you to feel comfortable with that?
well, obviously communication and honesty. So if and trust. So it's like, okay, we're gonna do open relationship, but that we both have to be honest about like the people like we're seeing, and both of us have to, even though we're seeing all these other people, like in the end, we're each other's just like focus.
Oh, okay. So you got to be the number one chick.
Yes, and it's vice versa.
So all right. So here's something that I've seen before. I've seen and it blew my mind. Right. I seen like this dude, and he had a few women, and his he's an African cat, and he told me, as a matter of fact, he's African cat. He worked for the World Bank, and me and Scott met him. Scott met him for the first time in Mongolia, but I had actually met him in Thailand, and then we were hanging out in Mongolia. It's just what happenstance that he was there. And Ulaanbaatar is so small that Ulaanbaatar is a million people, but like all Africans, all the black people know each other in Ulaanbaatar because they're in the middle of Mongolia. So he was like, Grover, big dude, it's just me, right? So he had a Senegalese woman, because I believe he's from Senegal, and then he had another woman, and then he had his main wife, and he had this Senegalese woman with whatever, and I said, well, because that's not his wife, right? And he said, well, listen,
Hey, Grover.
Yo.
Let's salute to El Guapo and the team because they are all here.
Oh, so wow.
Yeah, so look through your take off your bifocals.
Okay.
Take over the chat.
But what
A lot of them.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah, so let's give a proper salute.
All right, so hold on. So I'll finish my story in a second, and I'll make it a better story since all these people are here. Jesus. Salute all 75 people who came over from Beautiful Eyes. El Guapo, you told me you were going to do it, but I didn't know, sir. Thank you so much. If you guys don't know who El Guapo is a good friend of the show. I talked to him on the back end. He's from the Baltimore area, and he's probably one of the classiest content creators. And he calls his studio the Kingmaker Studio. His show is called Beautiful Eyes. I actually suggest you ladies check it out because even though it's men's content, he's very open and very honest, and I think you can really gain insight to how men think. So that's the biggest thing I can give to somebody is saying that I would actually tell women to watch your show because I think that women can get a lot out of it and the idea of how men think. So we got a couple of super chats here, and I got to get to. First of all, a big $50 from the man himself, El Guapo, friend of the show. Wow, $50. Thank you so much. That's so humbling. Jesus Christ. Beautiful Eyes, gang banging in your chat. El Guapo over here doing a sea walk.
Or
we
the
got
Baltimore walk if they have one. I don't even know.
Well, it's probably be the B walk. But,
B-walk, yeah.
Ron Alexander for $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my G. Showing some love from the El Guapo squad. The Quiet Storm, one of the OG mods. He's a mod in a lot of different channels, and I always conversate with him. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat El Guapo sent me.
Yeah, thank you, Ron Alexander. Thank you, Quiet Storm.
But everybody, Mr. Dexter Matthews. Sometimes people come in and they just put that elbow on your neck and just tell you, listen, you are going to understand.
That I'm the stream sponsor.
Dexter Matthews, the new stream sponsor with the $99.99, the $100 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. I wish we had
sound effects.
We
kind
stuff.
of do. Let me see.
Do we got the Corey Holcomb?
I just put Windows. Actually, you know what? I do have Corey Holcomb. Give me a second.
Pew, pew,
I got Corey Holcomb.
pew, pew,
I
pew.
don't know how appropriate this is, but you know what? We're gonna run it.
You want to call him a bad guy because he fuck hoes? You call him a bad guy. But hoes gonna get fucked. Hoes gonna get fucked.
Because y'all came in here and did it to the chat. Listen, you folks, thank you so much. Blissfully Corey for the $2 super chat from the El Guapo crew. El Guapo sent me. Salute to y'all. Sneak 623 with the $2 super chat, showing love as a beautiful liar. Salute at everyone. Salute at everyone.
Thank you very much.
I wish I could thank you all.
And I have to count myself as a beautiful liar too, because the ladies like to be told lies, and Scotty will provide the lies. So whatever it takes. So forget. Well, anyway, the African guy had a bunch of wives. He said, "Long as my main wife is the star, she doesn't matter." And so, and Scott is an F boy anyway. So, like, would you be in that situation if you were?
Well, I mean, now you're talking about marriage.
Oh, so marriage is
different. Because first of all, if I was married, I'm not gonna be so far away from my spouse.
Yeah. Do you want to be married? I don't think I ever asked you if you wanted to be married.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening.
Really?
Yeah.
So this guy must be kind of special. You think?
Okay, I didn't say it was gonna be this guy. I just said like in the foreseeable future, like that would be something I would be
How
able to.
about you, CiCi? Do you want to be
I
married?
definitely want to get married.
Yeah?
For sure.
And Miss Amira?
What?
Do you want to be married? Okay.
Again. Again.
Do you want to give it another shot?
Maybe third time's charm.
Jesus.
But the kids are included, though,
Huh?
right? The kids are included.
Of course.
So then,
I told you, buy one, get two free.
But get to So, would you prefer a man with kids to be married with, or without kids?
You gonna Brady Bunch it? You just gonna get together like six, seven kids?
With all honesty, it doesn't matter as long as my children are accepted.
Okay.
I feel like
What is accepted?
huh?
What does it mean to be accepted?
Like, you know, like being a single woman with kids for a while, not a lot of guys even ask how my children are. They're just more interested of like, so what are you gonna do? What do you want to do tonight? What do you want to do later? Can we go out later? You know, but a lot of them don't even ask about my children. And then for me, I just put them in a like, oh, here you're not.
So let me ask you a question, and ask you a serious question, right? So you get with a man. Is he gonna have authority over your children?
Authority? Yeah, because he's gonna be like the father figure. If he is gonna be like my potential, like, you know, husband, or you know, if he's just a boyfriend, then I don't know about that. Because if he's just like, we're not living in together and he's just a boyfriend, then
I would even say that. So I look at, all right, so I'm different from a lot of male content creators, where I don't necessarily think that, and a lot of people will kill me for this, I don't necessarily think that somebody with children are off limits. I think that the reason why being a stepfather is so horrible right now is because you have all of the pain and none of the benefits. I mean, there's kids who tell you to shut up, you ain't my daddy, and like you paying for their rent. So I'm gonna be just honest with you. Kid tell me shut up, you ain't my daddy, and I'm paying the rent. There's going to be some type of chastising happening. Doesn't have to be physical, but it's going to be something like maybe your favorite game getting burnt in front of you or something, because I'm not going to pay for everything and just have you talk crazy to me. Because when you get in trouble, young man, guess what? You're calling me. You're calling on my resources to come get you out. So like if you go and get arrested and like you get in an accident, you joyride. Like one thing I used to do is I used to jump in cars and go joyriding when I was a kid because I was a little thug, right? Thought I was somebody. And so if I got in trouble, I know I was calling my daddy, right? And my daddy was going to call.
You actually called your dad?
Yep. Hell, dude, I'm gonna tell you something. I would rather call my dad than my mom, dude, because my mom ain't got.
I never got to really meet him, but it seems like he put the fear of God in you.
Yeah, no, he did, but my mom ain't got no self-control.
Yeah.
My dad would calm down before he hit me. My mom would just start hitting me. So, but I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I'll call my dad when I get in trouble, right? Because you're gonna call your dad. And I wanted my dad to come down and handle this situation. Like, there's police here. It's my dad, and dad always did the same thing. Don't say nothing. Don't talk to nobody. I'll be right there. And then dad show up, and he'd be like, "What the boy do? Okay, come to me." I get in the truck, and he'd be like, "I'm gonna beat you when we get home. But I can't beat you now because I kill you, boy." But that man, that little 15-minute cool off probably saved my life, right? So yeah, but like if I'm gonna be called for something, and even if it's not my kid, because you know what, I've had kids I coach call me when they get in trouble because they don't have a dad. So kids that I coach in martial arts call me. Hey, I mean, I've had kids ask me for advice for stuff, for fights and stuff. So I'm going to give that advice because I'm around these young men, and I have a duty to be a good figure for them, even though, you know, people don't see me as that because you're not around me coaching kids. If I'm coaching a kid or if I'm in a kid's life, I have to be the better person because they're not going to have too many examples to look up to, especially if they look like me, because they might not ever have seen a black person who's successful in their life. They just may not have seen that in real life. They may only see on television. The most successful person they may have ever seen is somebody with their pants hanging off their ass, crip walking, right? And so if I'm going to be in that situation, I have to have authority over those children. And if I can't have it, and if we're not going to establish it from dating, I'm going to be like, listen, if I'm going to date you and I'm going to date you seriously and you have children, I need authority. And if you don't want to give me authority, that's fine. I never force anybody to do something. I will haul my black ass somewhere else.
But then you can't ask that from the very beginning. Then.
I ask it from probably about the fourth date.
The fourth date to have
If
authority.
I'm serious with somebody, I'll be like, listen, you have to understand. And it doesn't start like I'm doing it all the way. It starts with, you have to understand that if I'm around your children, they're going to have to respect me. Period. As an adult. Because a lot of kids don't even have to respect somebody. But that's how it starts. So you don't go and just throw a whole heap on somebody. But they better at least have some respect. They better at least, if they walk in the room and they see me, say, hey, how you doing? They better at least have some manners. They better not burp or fart at the table if I'm eating and don't say, excuse me. But that's my influence that starts that immediately. And if you don't want to do that, then how can you expect a man to be with you?
I don't know. My children respect everyone. They're not rude like that. But
Then it's easier.
But then what I'm trying to say is, like, if a man demands that, oh, I want to be respected, that I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
like, you know.
Well, I mean, I could tell you quite honestly, that's the difference between a man who wants to be around and wants to be a part of your life, and a man. If a man doesn't care how everything is around him, he just wants to slap asses. I would just be real. If a man is like, listen, I respect you and care for you enough to let you know that if I'm going to be here, I have to carry myself a certain way, from the top to the bottom. So that's real. I could table the conversation, but it's going to come up later because I have a great understanding. I think someone says it a lot better than me in the clip.
Before you do that, we must acknowledge the 2 super chats and a new member in the THPPtube.
All right. Well, go on. You get this one.
I just exited right out of it. Okay. All right. So we have 2 super chats coming from D May for $1.99. Says, "Oh, Guapo sent me.
Salute
to you." And then we also have one from Q Dog 2373 for $5.
Hold on. Is Q Dog in the chat? Just give me a yes or no. Are you a Q Dog? Just let me know.
All right.
And who else do we have?
And then we also have one joined member, of course, one of our favorite content creators, to do better podcasts with Theo Q.
Oh man, thanks for joining, bro. Man, I gotta dang, man, do better. You make me gotta do better now. You joining the tip too. All right. So what we did was we put up some questions, and we actually put up a poll with who would get the first question, and CiCi got the first question.
Okay.
And now she has not seen these questions because I changed the whole topic on everybody. That's why everybody's looking at me crazy. But so here it is. And I think this is a very good, appropriate question to go into. We'll ask everybody, but I want to start with you. All right, CiCi? And the question's right up there.
All right, we got a $20 super chat from Beautiful Lies, El Guapo himself.
All right. And El Guapo,
he has a question.
Can I ask the ladies a question? Can a man have a body count that's too high? And if so, what's the number? El Guapo, great question. So let's start with Karina. Can a man have a body count that's too high?
Depends
No,
what the body count is.
What would be too high?
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't like call that against them because that's like in the past. So
he looks down. He says, "Listen, babe, I done busted down 350 women."
I'll be like, okay, that's something at a higher number, but
is that okay?
I'll be like, well, that's your past. It has nothing to do with our present.
Okay.
And moving forward, like, let's just not keep it at 1.
Okay. How about CiCi? What is there too high of a body count?
No, there's not, because that's that like you said, it's in the past. As long as you're clean. And what I mean by that,
You're not sick.
yeah.
You gotta see the results of the. So
oh yeah, my ass. You was like, well,
So he says, he looks at you and he's like, "Hey, girl, I just want you to know that I'm a mechanic down there. You know, I'm a technician. I done had 1,800 women. So you want to hit that bedroom? You're gonna be like, no, you need to hit that blood test."
Or like, I mean, yeah, I won't say like that, but I was
So
like,
so there's a content creator called Fresh. No, I'm playing. Okay. How about you? What body count is too high?
No such thing.
No such thing?
Yeah, as long like what CiCi said, as long as they're clean, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do guys have a right to worry about your body count?
Do you worry?
I ask you, do guys have a right to worry about your body count?
there's a double standard there.
Double
Why?
standards.
Yeah.
Life is filled with double standards.
Yeah.
But do they have a right to worry about it?
No. I mean, they can ask questions just like we can ask them
So-
questions.
Why would you not want to know?
So
You
this-
know? Why would
So
you-
this is the only content I worry about body count. My circle of intimacy. My circle of friends. So like I'm cool. Like, cause I don't believe you gonna tell me the truth anyway. Like, it ain't like I'm gonna be like, "Hey girl, tell me how many dudes you been with." And you gonna be like, "Well, she's asking me this question, or fool," you know. And it doesn't make a difference if it's 40, right? I'm never. How am I gonna know, right? How am I gonna know? It's not like, I'm not saying it's none of my business, but I'm saying I'm not gonna know anyway. It's asking a question that I cannot fulfill my curiosity. But if you were with my homie and you don't tell me, I'm done with you. If you were with my business associate or somebody who I've seen, so like, if you, like, for instance, if I'm a doctor and I'm a neurologist, right, and you were with a neurologist in my department, I would expect you to talk to me about it, and I probably wouldn't, you know, if I was close with him or I knew, I probably wouldn't get with you. But I don't care if you think that's reasonable or not. It's just like, you know, that's what happens to a lot of folks if they go around in the same circles and they're kind of jumping around in the same circles. Like, I don't want, like, I mean, could you imagine, like, "Oh, Scott, she's the bomb, dude." Like, just not Scott's like, "Yeah," Scott's be like,
Yeah, about that.
"Bro, she does this really cool trick with her leg." How do you know? No, I just have visions of Scott clapping her cheeks. I'm like, no, I don't want to be involved with that, right? I don't want my boys to or like, you know, it's like that's my first cousin. You know, I don't want that. And so I do think that, I mean, and you know what? Body count does count with men. And it does count with me, because if I'm in reckless and I got 7 kids by 6 different women, you know, we're not going to have a good life, because what we're going to do is you're going to watch me work and pay child support to a bunch of women, and then you're going to be sitting here like, I can't even get a
See, you don't want to be Nick Cannon.
I can't even get a dry pork chop. You know what I mean? And so yeah, Nick Cannon, the king of Nick Cannon can't pull out of a driveway, boy. All right, so here's our next question, though. Great question, though, Wapo. And if you any questions you guys ask, we're gonna read them to you, especially, you know, your super chatted questions. We'll definitely ask the ladies this, so, you know, we're more than happy to interrupt the stream. So, question number 1: in your opinion, what's the difference between dating and being in a relationship?
That's a really good question.
Dating is like getting to know someone.
Yeah.
Well, in a relationship, is boyfriend and girlfriend kind of.
Do you have sex on dating?
Huh?
Do you sex on dating?
That depends.
That depends.
Yeah, I think that depends.
It depends.
Dating.
So dating, to me, is like, you know, we're seeing each other, but we can still see other people. Doesn't mean.
So are y'all?
Yeah, they're sexing, dude.
Yes,
They're
we're
sexing
gonna
it
be
up.
mature about it. Yes.
He is being mature.
That's not
about
mature.
it.
No, I don't do that.
I mean, it's not like he's going like this. He's going hydraulic. You know, it's just
You
one
thought
end.
I was bad. You never know. I was like the good one. See?
I mean, to me, dating is like you're seeing this person, like, you know, frequently.
Okay.
And then, I guess to the point where, like, if you find them, like, there's that connection, then that's where it leads to a relationship, where the two of you can decide, like, well, let's do this seriously, or you know, let's leave this to different interpretation.
Okay.
Dating.
Okay.
All right. So let me ask this. So what happened?
Good question.
Okay, go ahead.
We got a question from
All right.
the beautiful lies guru himself, Awapo, and $20 super chat. Thank you so much. One last question, and this is for any of the ladies. We want you all to answer. Is a man with a high body count more attractive? Does it arouse you, make you curious? Be honest. Pretend it's just us talking. No judgment.
Doesn't make me curious. It's not less or more attractive, honestly.
How about you?
With all honesty, if a guy tells me that he's a virgin, I stay away.
Okay.
So with a higher body count, it doesn't make, that's the same thing. Doesn't make him more attractive or
See,
or
this is
not.
what I appreciate about Amira. I feel like you're the most truthful.
Yeah.
The most honest.
Amira's
most
like,
candid.
nah, you a virgin. You don't know what you're doing with that thing. You got to get it in and out. Oh, you can't even find it.
You could train him.
No, I ain't got no patience with that girl. I don't want
Are you trying to train nobody?
no.
Are you training people? Are you Mrs. Teacher?
If I could train him to do exactly how I like it, why the hell not?
Oh, you're a control freak, huh? His ears are not handlebars. Okay. And how about you? Are you virgins? Are you training them in?
No, I don't want to. Why would I want to train a virgin?
You know, he's all shy. He touches your hand. He's like,
That would be like a turn off, like trying to figure out like how to touch me and be like, okay, well, let's not do this anymore.
yeah. Well, we know who's not going to have the cougar vibes in the future. Okay. Karina,
Yes.
your question now.
Man, you really
I like.
picked the wrong colored text right there.
Well, it looks really good right here.
All right, what is it?
How important is it that he has money in your relationship? And what percentage of household bills do you want to pay?
So let's do how important is the money in the relationship first. How important is money in a relationship?
Well, obviously the guy has to be like financially stable, meaning like he has a job that he can like provide himself with, like, you know, taking somebody out. We don't have like, it's not just saying like, oh, let's go out to like a, you know, a luxury restaurant, but like.
Okay, so let's not even talk about going out. Let's talk about what dollar amount do you think is financially stable? Does he have to? So because financially stable, okay, so he makes $40,000 a year. Is that okay?
She just whimpers like
40,000, okay, Amir? 40.
What's that like?
So we live in the Bay Area too.
Yeah, I mean, like,
What's
not,
that? What's that?
What's 40,000? 40,000 is
It's like
not.
what, an hourly.
and try and
40. Actually, I can tell you because I pay people. So 40,000 a year is going to be 21.50 an hour.
but in comparison to
I mean, obviously, like, you'd have to see like where your environment is. If you're like living in the Bay Area,
Living in the Bay Area is
It's
$21.50. All right.
it's expensive.
I'm gonna die.
this is why I like Amira, because she's giving really honest answers.
I don't know. Amir, y'all over here trying to make these poor ass dudes
I mean,
feel
do
good.
I judge somebody because they're making 40,000 versus somebody who's making 6 figures? No, I don't.
She ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't playing with them broke niggas.
But I think it's really good to clarify though. In the Bay Area, $40,000 is not enough.
It's not.
So what would be the lowest threshold? We have to inform the audience. of this.
Well, all right. So
What's the lowest threshold for to be average here in the Bay Area?
to be average?
Yeah.
So no, we could just I'll just say like because the Bay Area is about 45% more than Houston. Houston's
45%.
45% more than 45% more to living in Houston. So let's just say 40,000. Let's say like maybe like $72,000 a year.
So I don't ask guys like, what are you making before I start talking to you? No, I don't do that.
But-
So
but-
it's hush up.
But you're
Because now you're getting on my nerves.
Oh my goodness!
Because
All right. So
this question, like,
Mhm.
okay, so as long as you're like somehow have a job where
Okay.
you can like, I see that you're busting your ass to like, make something out of yourself.
Mhm.
That's enough for me. I don't need to ask you like, oh, how much is your paycheck? you know, how
Mhm.
much are you making yearly? Because to me, that's irrelevant. As long as you're not like, okay, if you're living with your parents but you're working, you're like,
Mhm.
you're working, you're giving your parents money. That speaks more to me than if you're like, making
Okay.
6 figures.
So-
Even though like, yeah, you got that job, but like you're like, you're being respectful. You're not mooching off your parents. You're
Right.
you're working 5 days a week, 6 days a week,
Mhm.
but you're making your own money. And you have your reasons why you're with your parents. I don't know why your parents need your help. And we live in this economy where like living like with your parents, a lot of people do that because it's where we live. It's impossible.
Yeah, no, I think that I don't think there's nothing wrong with living
I
with your
completely
parents.
agree with them.
I don't think, but how about when you're moving together, right? I really want to
Can we
phrase this
jump in
better.
and say hi to Flossberg?
Oh, is Flossberg in the house?
Yeah, he's in the house.
Flossberg is in the house. Hey, Flossy. I met Floss in Thailand. But let's really solidify it. You're gonna move in together, so you're gonna have to know, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to know, and so I mean, a lot of times people say stable, right? I'm not saying money is everything. Money is a utility. Money is a utility to make sure that you're okay. Okay, money is providing. So let's say that you're stable together, but what extras do you need to be okay? Because are you willing just to like, okay, so you never go out to eat, you don't go to the movies or anything like that, you're good, you just have each other, you have your family, and you just eat like regular meals every day? Would that be good? Or do you want more? That's what I think this question is really designed.
I mean, I guess to have like, yes, extra money to like indulge.
Mhm.
By indulge, I mean like indulge like a normal broke person does.
Yeah.
Where you can be like, oh, I want to get like Starbucks today. Can we get that? Yeah, okay. Oh, well, let's plan a trip and go to like Lake Tahoe for the weekend.
Mm.
So like that's an indulgence. Like everybody wants to indulge themselves in something. Spend like, obviously you like if like in a couple you're gonna like budget and see like, okay, what do we have to like, can we do this trip, or can we save up 6 months from now and then go to somewhere like, where we both want to go.
Yeah, especially you, because you like to go.
Yes.
You like to go. Have you like you got family, and when you travel, like when you go to Mexico City, you got family, right? So instead of let's say this last question. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Let's say, okay, they get together and you're like, listen, everything's going good. And he's like, listen, babe, let's just go stay with your family in Mexico City. Let's spend 2 weeks in Mexico City, stay with your family. That way we can save some money. We can do this. We can do that. But is that an acceptable type of vacation?
I'll be like, it's gonna be pretty tight. We're not gonna have a lot of privacy, so I'd rather just put this on a credit card and like then like deal with the bill later, because it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a good trip, but at the same time,
it's good. But, you're not gonna get your
the privacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the real question is, would you be in a long-term relationship with this person till you both pass away? If they're making $40K a year and they stay at that level, is like, I mean, I'm just trying to be honest here, because then that relationship will have some struggles. Like whether you guys love each other or not, there's going to be some struggles that's going to occur.
I mean, if obviously like.
You don't think so? What's going on?
No, because this question, like till you pass away, like till you die.
It makes sense, because we're talking about relationships. Of course, people are going to meet a middle ground when it comes to relationships, to have a budget and go vacation. But when it goes long term, then it's a different.
So you're saying 40K for the rest of your life.
You just got yourself a 40K dude.
Yeah, he's a 40K dude.
But why would you want to be with
Let's
someone
say an
who's
average earner in the area?
And there's no good or bad answer to the question.
Honestly,
it's not even a gotcha question. It's just honestly seeking information. Like
honestly, I don't have a number on how much they make. For me, it's like as long as you could maintain yourself afloat. I would like a comfortable life. I don't need to be rich or anything, but like you said I would like to have random trips here and there. I would like to, hey, you want to go out to eat some sushi tonight? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So it doesn't.
Girls love sushi,
It
man.
doesn't,
I love
and
sushi.
poke. So good. But
You know what I ate for lunch today?
Sushi.
lucky, I'm jealous. But it doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have to be rich. He doesn't have to pay every single bill. I'm perfectly fine with going 50-50 on bills and just overall.
So would you go 50-50? Yes.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Wow. Would you 50-50?
Yeah.
Oh no, I have another question right after this.
I don't want to.
I loaded it up.
I don't want to maintain
I mean,
a guy. Obvious, by all means. I
Yeah,
don't
but
wanna,
like also you like in sometimes like in marriage, like one person has a higher paying job than the other, and like let's reverse the roles because I feel like Scott's gonna do it. Like, well, what if the woman had the paying role?
Oh, Scott, she's mad at you, man.
I mean, yeah, like if he was like if he wasn't getting paid as much as he would like to, and I was getting paid, and I'll I'll be like, well, I'm gonna pay for this, so you can take care of that, and then we don't stress about things.
yeah.
Obviously because he's a guy and the masculinity kicks in. He's probably gonna want to get a better job because he's like, well, I don't want my wife to be the one paying
The
bills.
man of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
What do you think?
I like 50. I said, if I could do 50-50, but if he can't do the 50-50 and I'm getting paid more, I don't mind taking the larger bills.
No, what were you speaking with? A commenter.
But it has to be, it has to be talked out. There has to be a middle ground somewhere. Like
So we have Mr. No Nope here. Well, his ideas on the 50-50, what you just said. No woman wants 50-50. After a while, they all want to do less, pay less, or they resent their dude eventually for not doing more.
Lies.
Target.
Like I was in a relationship for 4 years doing 50-50 and I did not mind it.
And so what happened to the relationship?
Oh well, he was just
Was he the alcoholic?
he was the alcoholic,
No.
controlling dude. Yeah, but I did not mind going 50-50 on anything.
And so 50-50, how's 50-50 with you?
With my past relationship, I was paying most of the bills.
Yeah, you was a sugar mama?
Not because I was a sugar mama. It's just because I had better, I had better opportunities. I was doing 2 jobs at one point. So there's a time that I did 3 jobs.
Damn.
Because they were just lazy. That's why I said I don't want no lazy guys anymore. I don't want.
Pull your weight somehow.
Yeah,
You're just laying around in the house.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this follow. So right now, as it stands right now, so you went through that situation with a lazy dude. So you're gonna do 50-50 again with somebody?
I don't mind. Shit, I'm tired.
So Kings of Dream, $2 super chat. Thank you once again.
Kings.
There's no way 50-50. Wait. There's no 50-50. It won't last.
So I mean,
That's true. Shit happens.
yeah. I'm gonna say that I could not. I probably wouldn't be in a house with my wife and my kids and her paying 50%. Because I'm gonna want her to do other stuff besides just work.
Yeah, well, you're the type of guy. You're the
You about to call me
exceptional.
misogynist, aren't you?
No, I was gonna say you're the type of man who likes to provide for his wife, which it's fine,
But I think a lot of times folks get it confused when I'm saying it's not like I don't want her just like in the kitchen with like a baby.
No,
on,
like
a baby
I know,
on her
yeah,
head
I know
cooking
what you mean. You
But-
want her to enjoy
her
herself.
life. I want her to have a good life.
Yeah, so which is acceptable. And you can also say well, your wife likes you, so she's willing to take on the harder bills, and not have you stressed out. I mean, marriage is all about communication and coming to an agreement. So, I mean, at some point, the guy, he will get in better job, hopefully. I mean,
and then the roles of bills will switch or whatever,
Mhm.
or maybe they won't.
So you're willing to be patient, but
Hopefully means there's a time clock on the relationship.
I honestly don't mind being the breadwinner.
so you really don't mind being
I
a 50-50.
don't. I don't mind the 50-50.
So-
I
so-
don't.
We got a unicorn.
As long as we compromise on something, like it.
So all right. So what else does he have to compromise on? What does 50-50 get him from you as far as your cooperation?
sort of like just over like household stuff. I mean,
Yeah, if she's the breadwinner, don't expect her to be a housewife.
yeah, like if I'm paying more, don't expect me to do all the house whole things.
So,
If I'm paying 50-50, I also
Okay,
expect
okay.
you to pull
Your
your
own
weight
weight.
at home too.
so let's say he's paying 75% of everything. So basically, you got the PG&E bill, you got the electric bill. Because if I say PG&E, people on the East Coast like, what? You got electric. That's what you got. You got electric. He taking care of everything else. You got to pay your car insurance because you drive bad or something, right? I know you got that little fancy ride. You drive reckless. And he's like, okay, babe, I know you work and I respect that, but Daddy want a sandwich. Are you good with it? Or are you like, why do I gotta make
on a sandwich.
or why do I gotta make a sandwich?
I'll be like, what else you want, baby?
I mean,
75
ask me in a different
Tone.
tone. Yeah, I don't mind making you a sandwich. I don't
Yeah.
mind making a home cooked meal. I don't mind making a steak. I don't mind. I mean, I've done it before. I
Would
don't
you
mind.
make a steak for your man?
Yes, I don't have issues with them eating meat.
I just say that because I've never known you to eat meat, and I've known you for years.
I don't, but it doesn't mean like I won't serve people meat.
Okay.
I just won't eat it.
So are all of you good, like cooking dinner and all of that stuff, as long as he's paying the majority of the bills?
Yeah, I mean, he'll just have to suck it up if he doesn't like my cooking.
Yeah.
He's like, well, either that or you can order DoorDash.
Well, either that or you could pay for my
Somebody's-
cooking classes. If
Or
you don't
no,
like
it's
it.
pay for a
Alright,
chef.
So let's read out the super chat, but I do want to get to Dexter Matthews' question, considering he is the stream sponsor.
All right, well let's ask this question.
All right, but before that, let's acknowledge this person here, Mr.
Red Greg Money,
for the $5 super chat.
$5 super chat. No comment, just keeping it 100 with us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you everybody who showed up. The beautiful liars in the house, the quiet storm in the house. So
Kings and Dreams. Uncle Guns, everybody.
West Coast quiet storm. Oh, he know PG&E. There we go. Cool.
So let me go on. Why did I take that off? But let me show that first. But let's go to Dexter Matthews' question. And here, hopefully you're still in the building. But who are you more attracted to sexually? A man you have a connection with, or chemistry? The guy with connection is high value. The guy you have chemistry with is invisible 80%.
What does that mean?
Okay.
I'm already confused.
Yeah, I'm
So what he means is, so a man you have a connection with, but you're not sexually attracted to him, but he is high value. He makes a lot of money. And then the guy that you have chemistry with, he's kind of a broke. He's kind of dusty. He's a fuckboy. And so, yeah.
So
that's a pass for both.
so guy, you don't have chemistry with him. But
I think we already went through this last live. If I don't have chemistry with it, it's not gonna go well.
yeah,
It's not gonna work
How
out.
about you?
I mean, I have to have chemistry with the
You
person.
got that chemistry.
So regardless of income, chemistry is a must.
Yes.
Okay.
Because again, I'll feel like chemistry.
Libido and sex is more important.
And I'm not gonna
Hope
be
you
like,
know
oh,
that.
by the way, how much do you make? Oh no, you make that much.
No,
I'm
no.
sorry, the chemistry's gone.
No. How about this? So he's like, listen, I know this is odd, but I just hang out with me. I just go out to dinner with me. And you say, okay, I'll go out to dinner. It won't be that bad. He says, cool. And then he has a plane. He has a car pick you up and he drives you out to behind the airport to his private jet. And he flies you down to LA for dinner. And you're like, oh,
Is this 50 Shades?
Huh?
Is this 50 Shades?
no, but it's just
That's like
dude flies you down to LA for dinner. Yeah, I didn't even watch 50 Shades, but I know it's freaky, so we know we're you.
So from
Yeah.
I'm reading the commentary. From how I interpret that question is connection isn't chemistry. Connection is the guys network. They work with each other, they know each other somehow, but
Yeah.
he makes a lot of money.
Right.
Chemistry is the
Well,
know
this is
the
how
hot and spicy.
we thought. Like we
get the
this
girls
is
going.
how we think. Chemistry and connection. It's like that's the same thing.
It's similar, but parsing his
Yes.
question, I
Yeah.
see where he was trying to parse it. So connection is you just know the guy.
Yeah.
Like you know the guy from work.
Yeah.
Right. But he makes a lot of money. The guy with chemistry turns you on sexually, but he just doesn't make a lot of money.
But he just.
I need to be turned on.
He's a bu-
in
but
order
he's
to
a
be with
bum
someone.
So
he's a bum. He's like a really good looking dude, and he's like playing
So the invisible
PlayStation all
No,
day.
see
so
that's where you got it because that wouldn't that
Yeah,
that wouldn't turn you on.
Yeah.
no
that
because
wouldn't
that's
turn me on.
yeah. So the chemistry would be like for a second, and then I find that out. I'm like, okay, well, this is.
I'd be like,
Yeah. Can we go back to the other
here
guy?
we go again.
You're like, damn, where's that dude with the car service?
All right, so if you had to pick the guy that you are super sexually attracted to with chemistry, that's a lazy bum,
Mhm.
or a guy that you know who you don't have any sort of chemistry with sexually, but he's high value. If you had to pick which one you would,
To die with?
yes, to die with. I like that.
High value. I can learn
High,
to love.
yeah, high value.
America keeping it
High value.
100 in this one.
You know, I'm gonna toot my own horn here. That's why you got to get right to the question. You know,
Gotta
we
get
got
right-
an answer. We got an
gotta
answer.
get right.
And thank you, Amira, for being so honest. Thank you,
Scott
Thank you.
trying to get in there like a dog. All right.
It's like I just know this scenario. It's like, well, I'm not gonna be able to attract to a lazy bun, so let's go with the other
No,
guy.
high value.
No,
At least you can learn to love from through the years.
at least she's like, at least you can learn to love how good you're living.
for a Benjamin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we can have an open relationship if you like.
So we'll define it. So Dexter Matthews, he defines a little bit more. So he says the invisible 80% that he's referring to is the blue collar workers, the military, the police, fire retirees with benefits. I'm sure other people like building engineers.
Oh,
civil
men in the
engineers, and stuff
uniform
like
is
that.
hot though.
Oh yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't want to speak for you guys,
Police,
but police, fire.
Oh, you like that?
Military,
Fireman.
they look
Yeah.
nice, especially the
Look,
little
look at Karina.
Fireman.
So, yeah, fireman and a babe must get all the play, right? Like,
And thanks, ladies. He's got the question, or
The
he appreciates your response that you guys
Yeah.
are into.
You're welcome.
So like especially when we have shows when we're taking crowd questions, like it's wild cards, and I really appreciate everybody being such good support about it. You know, even Karina.
I'm like, oh, it's a good sport.
Yeah. Honestly, you ladies are like, I like having you folks here because I think it's a good time, and I think we could talk real topics, and I don't want no artificial ass answers. You know, even if it's irritating, I don't want artificial ass answers. All right, so next one is for Amira. What's the biggest age gap you would consider for a relationship? Number of years, age gap.
We talked about
Older or younger?
What do you mean? What? If I want older or younger?
No.
No,
What's
like-
the biggest age gap? Older? What's the biggest age gap? Younger? You would consider?
Do you prefer older or do you prefer younger?
They come to me in different shape and form.
Which one?
Damn.
All right, if you had a choice,
He wants all the
as you can tell, she is excited about this question right here. A lot of experiences, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so okay, do you see when you've got all these opportunities for different guys of different ages and different sizes or whatever, different ages? All right, do you find yourself selecting younger dudes that are younger than you or guys that are older than you?
Originally I would prefer older, but
Right.
ever since I hit 25, they keep coming younger and younger.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So
Yeah,
before that. So now, how much of that age gap for older now?
for older,
Like, what's the highest that you are willing to get down with it, and then, or in a relationship?
maybe my cap would be 65 with no with not much health issues and health.
So a
basically,
40-year difference?
I don't mind. Oh, actually,
No.
For me-
It's fine. It's fine.
wait,
I'm not
wait.
judging. It's just.
no, I know,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to say is, for me, age doesn't really matter if you're older or younger, as long as the communication is good, and then it's real, you know, like whatever we have is real.
So 40-year difference. I mean, hey,
Don't matter.
all day.
Oh my god.
And same question for you.
Older, I will do max 10 years older than me.
10 years older.
For younger, he has to be at least 23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you?
So yeah, I guess for older would be 10, maybe 15.
Oh, 15, huh? Stretching it out there.
Younger, I wouldn't go less than 5 years.
Okay. So wow. Less than 5
And
years.
it's like, yeah, so
Of your age.
yeah. So I mean, when I was younger, I think I would be like, I wouldn't have done like more than like 5 years older.
Mhm.
But as I've gotten older, you know, guys tend to develop slower in the mature area.
You know what? That's kind of funny because most of the guys I date are usually in the older side. And man, you guys are some childish.
Yeah, that's why I say.
Why are you so mad?
Oh, because my
Wow.
ex. I'm just like,
Wow, we gonna have to talk about this. What is
Oh,
he-
Savvy's here.
is
Savvy G. 50-50 on everything that cook, clean, laundry, etc. If you don't know who Savvy is, she was our prior guest 2 shows ago.
Look at Savvy in the house.
She said she's watching us.
Oh.
Oh, hey. Hi.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, Scott.
Look at Scott.
All right.
All right. So, hey, Scott. You want?
Oh, yeah. Also, salute to my cousin Peter. He's here in the chat. Good to see you here.
Peter Guns. I don't know Peter.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. So go ahead.
We got.
We're gonna play
get that ready for everybody.
Oh. Is it in here?
How can I put it in there?
No. Is it the Gym Thirst Trap ones? Which one is it?
It's no. It's in there. It's just go to the whole file. I shared it.
you
Shared it? Where?
I shared it to tip.
Okay.
THPP.
Well, hit them.
Not
Ask him a question, bro.
I shared it to. I shared it
Give me
to
some time.
the one you're in though. The one you're in. The Grover Scott. I shared it to you. Okay. So.
Give me some time.
All right, so now that I have to stretch for time. So you said that you noticed that like guys mature slower. You're upset. Seems like you have a lot of unresolved trauma from your ex. So,
oh, I do.
So one thing that I find is like when you ask women like, okay, so what do you need from a guy, right? Or what kind of guy do you want? They start telling you everything like opposite of their ex. So they're like, okay, well he can't drink. He can't do this. He can't do that. Like they're just listing out all of the bad experiences that they had from the other guy. And it's like, well, it's not really telling me anything. You're just telling me like, but. So I guess I could say like, what is like? I'll start with you. What is your type of guy? What do you like? Give me 3 must-haves.
3 must-haves.
Physically, of course.
Oh, physically?
I'll do like 3 physically and 3 non-physically. Can we do like
Like physically, like looks?
Yeah, like do 3. Grover.
Wait, we went over this.
So we do, like,
Eyes,
3 physical-
hands.
Yeah.
Hands.
Eyes.
Yeah, I have a
I
different-
like my men to have hands too.
I just like manly. I don't know how to
Like,
explain it.
she like meat hooks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, eyes, hands,
Because last time we were talking.
their ass.
Wow.
Yes,
I like a little.
having a
Little
guy
bit.
with a nice ass. It's nice.
It's,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because then, like,
Especially
you
in a
can like
uniform.
grab it.
All right.
It's not like it's not. I mean, it's not the all. You're like the guys are not the only ones that like to grab something.
we like to grab. We like to
something,
slap it when you're just walking by. I'm like, nice ass.
Yeah, you got ultra masculine just slapping them on the ass. It's like you slap on the ass, get in there and cook me some potatoes. All right, so here is our next. Hold on 1 second, so the ladies can see it. Our most triggering of triggers.
Oh, that's not the one.
No, it's the Farrakhan one.
No, it is. Yeah, but it's not.
So you guys know who Louis Farrakhan is?
No.
So Louis Farrakhan is probably the most famous black Muslim in the United States. right? And so he's been a leader in the Black community for years, and he actually, I think it's super interesting what he says here. And so I'm gonna play it for you, but it's gonna take forever to load up. So please hold.
Ready?
No, because it's gonna do a bunch of stupid stuff for a second.
Oh, okay.
So you should talk.
I should talk. Let me ask them their hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
I always got a bunch of them.
Scott's
So,
questions are interesting.
what's so interesting about them?
They're just good.
Well, see, for me, it's like I just try. I'm not even trying to like ask like really gotcha questions. It's more like being realistic at the end of a long-term relationship. So I'm sure you guys want a little bit more of a comfortable life, and you don't want to struggle. And, in our videos, we always tell about the guys that they need to level up, like at all times. So even though it seems like I'm asking these hard questions, we're also trying to advocate for. We are advocating for men to do the best that they can, so they can have better options and make life more comfortable for their woman. Like that's like our perception on things.
Right.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. They can't hear it.
It must be on the basis of the way you have for the situation.
Well, sorry about that, guys, but apparently the sound wasn't going on.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna play it for them again, because you guys heard it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let them play it again.
We're gonna have to,
What happened? You're trying to think. Well, I mean, yeah. All right, so she cornerstone. She's sitting here. Just nobody can see me. Over here. Just man, we just. All right, so I think you're watching. Like, this is going late.
No, I got a text.
Oh, hey, he said I'm up.
No, it's too early.
Is that how y'all do it? Is just when you wake up, he send you a text?
7 a.m.
Really? Nice. Got a whoop.
No, we'll do vice versa.
So like, how about you? Like, you said you need hands, eyes, and butt. So we know you like butt. All right. So we know Karina likes.
So we're talking about physically.
Yeah, physically.
Like, height. He has to be like, either my height or taller than me.
So let's just put a number on the height for the people who don't know how tall you are.
So I'm 5'5", so I mean, at most like 5'9".
Okay, so reasonable. Look at that, reasonable.
That's 5'9" is good, but like if he's taller, then that's better.
But you're not gonna just treat him bad like she did her last dude who was too small. All right, and what's the last thing? Butt, height.
Well, so he doesn't have to have the fittest body, but at least that shows that he takes care of his his health, in a way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think CiCi,
Yes.
I think you have a question.
Oh,
I'm just seeing the thumbnail and it's fire.
thank you.
To the young lady wearing the blessed top
Okay.
in the thumbnail, what does the tattoo say on your side?
Which side? Wait, it's the little things you do that matter most.
So El Wapo, with the $20 super chat, the answer is it's the little things you do that matter most.
All right. I mean, I can do it now. It's not gonna be 100% guarantee, but
So let's try it again. We're going to try it again, chat. Let's see if you can hear it, because it's a pretty important clip. Then we're going to talk about it. Then we're going to be out.
all right. Okay, I'm on right now.
You cannot protect what you cannot control. Wait now. Sisters, when I use the word control, that makes you upset sometimes because you don't want nobody to control you. But no man can protect what he cannot control. Now, you don't have to be a control freak because she has a right to rebel against ignorance that masquerades itself in the form of a controller. I gotta set a balance here. Otherwise, after this lecture's over, some nut is gonna go home and say, see, I got to control what's going on up in here. But I say this, a woman will submit to you that allows them to see it, and they submit to it, then the wisdom is the controlling influence, not you personally. Listen, please. The truth is above everybody. So you can't say, I'm the boss. I am the boss in this house. Well, wait now. You're supposed to be, but on what basis? It's not your ability to knock your wife around. It must be on the basis of the wisdom that you have for the situations that arise in the relationship. And if you both are angry, don't bother, because she ain't listening to nothing you're saying. And the decibels that get louder and louder, and well, okay, you're screaming, you're hollering, and I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway. So when anger subsides, then reason can grow in a house. You can never settle an argument where the male ego is involved if you as a woman don't know how to handle the male ego. That's why he lives in your mouth like a dentist, because you rip him apart with your tongue. You see his weakness, and then you beat him up, and he can't handle that. You're driving him out of your house into the arms of a strange woman who he don't have to live with. He just have fun with and leave. And usually that's what he wants, fun and leave, not responsibility. Boy, this is a tough lecture.
So I am really I'm really a fan of that message, because I think a lot of times when you say like submission is such a weird word, because everyone takes it as slavery, and everyone takes it as like, oh, well, I just got to do what you say. Why? Because you're a guy. But I think that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan really put it in a really understandable way of why things work. And basically what he's saying is that the man has to do a lot to deserve that position. I don't know if you got that, but like he has to be smart, and he has to not be a control freak. So he has to be in control, but not control. Mm-hmm. So like, you know, and so I think that like based on that definition, is submission okay with you? Because I thought of you.
Why me?
Because we had our first conversation we had on pod stream. On stream, you said, no, submission, it's like I'm not going to be. But I think that you've never heard that type of definition of what submission and cooperation is between people.
Okay.
Have you?
No, but I like listening to him makes it into like a different perspective.
Yeah, because I think that we don't think about it as like we think about it as a combative situation.
Yeah, I think the majority of women, they hear submissive, and it's like a trigger word.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what do you want me? You want me just to be your sex slave? You're like,
only on Saturdays.
Like, wait for you to come home and be like, oh, honey, how was your day? Here's like dinner for you. I'll get like, I'll get the bath started for you, whatever.
I mean, sure, if you feel so inclined, but I think like, well, what do you think about what Honorable Louis Farrakhan said?
I mean,
Let it out.
I agree with it. I mean, coming from a controlling relationship, there's controlling and then there's control. And I think it's more of a being assertive. So controlling is like, you can't wear leggings, can't wear eyeliner.
God damn, you've been traumatized.
I bet, yes. So that's controlling. But control in a relationship as a man, it's more of like, let's go out to eat.
So look,
put something nice. We're gonna go out to eat to this restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Okay.
How about you with that situation? With that, did you like that definition of control and submission that Farrakhan had?
Say that again.
Did you like that definition that Louis Farrakhan had with control and submission?
Yeah.
The video clip?
Yeah, I've always believed in that. Like, because of my past experience, I was always been the breadwinner, the alpha of the family. Because I feel like being controlled, I need a man who is emotionally mature, who doesn't react to situations. I want him to think logically and rationally when there's a problem. I don't want him to base it off of his emotions and be like, yeah, you no. But you know what I mean, so it's like,
the guy's spazzing out basically.
So basically I'm a very submissive woman based on like culture, and I'm just like that, and if I see a man where this is why
Culture,
Philippines, yeah.
Okay.
Like, women are very submissive, but then because of the life that I have to deal with, I have to be stronger. I have to be the alpha, because they couldn't handle it. So
do you like the position you're in, or do you want to fall back?
Shoot, I want to submit.
So you say you do want to submit?
Yeah, you say only Sunday. You have me every day, twice on Sunday.
Damn. So
Karina, what do you think about what she said about submission in that way?
That's why she wants to like please her, her partner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what he said, the way I understood it is like the man has to be in control of like the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't let it escalate. Be the one that controls the argument, rather than
set it on fire.
Yeah, rather than like set it further into fire, or rather than like like arguing back in a childless way. Like, you don't have to agree with her, but make it so she can hear you. Okay, well, why is this? Why can't I have this? Or whatever the argument was about.
One thing I had to learn how to do is I had to learn how to not argue, but just talk. I had to learn how, like, no matter how upset I am, really explain situations, because I was raised very stern. So I wasn't raised like normal folks was raised. I was raised like, if I got a B-, I was on restriction for 2 months. I was raised with excellence, and like, you can ask Scott the conversations we have
where the apartment's falling apart.
Yeah, it's on fire. You can ask Scott the conversations we had about even content. He's like, no, we're doing good. I'm like, how is this good? Because I'm like, to me, average is losing. And,
Well, I mean, we got to talk about dopamine levels in here, but
Yeah.
I get where you're going. I get where you're going.
yeah. So like when I say stuff like that, like I had to learn that everyone's not like that.
Yeah.
And not only is everyone not like that, but like the person I love isn't exactly like that. You know, she's like, "What do you mean? You sit your ass down and eat this tortilla." You know, so like a lot of times, and when we have situations where we're talking about things, there's certain stuff that she naturally just wants me to do, and she's just like, you know, like she is.
It's an expectation.
It's an expectation. Like
if you're going to have authority, then she expects that you better be carrying out your responsibilities and duties with that authority.
And if I mess up, I got to fix it. So it's a lot of responsibility. So I'm like trying to be super logical about everything. I'm like, nah, we're not going to do that because, you know, this and this and this is coming up and this is coming up. All right, well, you do that and I'll do this. And, you know, I'm gonna make sure I work every Sunday, you know, so I can bill out. So we, you know, I'm not even balling out. I'm just trying to, you know, be regular. Right. So, I mean, but it takes a lot. So like, I like that. This was a very important teaching to me about submission, because a lot of guys, I think they have it as that they just want you to do what I say because I'm the man, and that's going to be offensive to you because you're like, just because you have a ding-a-ling between your legs doesn't mean you're in charge, right?
Exactly.
But if I'm like, listen, I'm going to lead with logic and wisdom, and I'm going to let you understand why we're doing it, but by God, we need to do this, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to fix it. Then I expect your support. And I think that's what most men want.
Yeah.
Men need to level up and be that person. And look, I'm going to tell you, a lot of dudes aren't. A lot of dudes aren't. But men need to level up and be that motherfucking person who can handle shit. But if I'm going to do that and I'm going to be that person, I'm going to put myself out there like that, I do expect to be the head of the household. And so that's why.
Do the same?
Because my saying is, I do not accept accountability without responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't accept responsibility without accountability. Damn.
I thought that was responsibility and authority.
Yeah. Well, here. Well, listen, I gotta have authority over what I'm responsible of. I can't be a manager or something, but not be able to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be responsible. If I'm going to be responsible and have accountability for it, I got to be accountable for my actions. So I can't hide from a decision I make. If I do something stupid, I can't hide. You know, we got a car got wrecked, and I had raised the deductible to $750. I can't hide from that extra $250, that extra $500. That's my decision. I got to go get it, right?
You gotta own your fuck ups.
Yeah. So like that's the biggest thing about submission, and I really, because every time I talk to you about submission, or talk to a lady about submission,
it's a trigger word. That's why
they're like, God damn it!
It's a trigger word.
Only thing you want to do is control us.
You're glad that Helena's not here. She would have gone off on you.
Who would have went off?
Helena.
Oh.
I don't think she would have gone too nice on this.
Well, I don't know why.
Because we did have that talk on submission last
Yeah,
time.
I think
so. Here's the real definition of submission. So is number one, the action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will of authority of another person. So example would be an act of surrendering to a hold. Oh wait, that's actually get really away from that. But anyway, but that means it's just you're yielding to a person's decisions. They're the final decision. Like if there's a fire in the building, and that person happens to have prepped for fire safety. Mm-hmm. You go on and want to listen to that person, and most likely that guy's probably going to be a guy, you know? So it's not a bad thing to submit yourself in that situation.
Now I want to die in the fire. Let me die in the fire. It's my decision.
They'll let your ass die. Okay. And so we have gone for almost 2 hours.
Yep.
So let's go around with final thoughts, and let's close it out. So any final thoughts about today's stream?
There's a bit of a struggle, but we have a lot of support in the building. So I have to thank you guys for that, for showing up, for El Guapo, the Beautiful Lies team, and also our people that are our polite savages.
Yeah.
So thank you for all the super chats, for the support, for the questions, and for just for all the madness. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for, especially our guests, for coming in. It's never easy to come out to a place, sit down, and talk to people, and especially being ladies talking about men's content from a men's point of view is always tough.
Yeah, especially when we're mansplaining.
Yeah, and it is the mansplaining show, and I'm unapologetically how I am. Scott's unapologetically how he is, and so I want to thank you folks for being here. Hopefully we can have you all back. I appreciate the conversations, even when people disagree with me. I think disagreeing is healthy, but I also think that us as people who live in this time right now, we have a responsibility to stop bullshitting each other. We have a responsibility to be honest. Like to me, I don't give a damn what your preference is. If you need a dude who's 6'5", you might as well say it. I might say the chances of you getting a dude who's 6'5" is like astronomical. But if that's what you need, because if you wind up with a dude who's not that, and you just wind up cheating on him with somebody who's 6'5", you're just wasting your time. I think that
and you're lacking morality.
Right. I think that a lot of people think they have more time than they have in this world, and time is just not a given. You should take care of each other, be nice to each other, because you don't have time. And even if you just live, I mean, you guys, you look at me, I'm 50 years old, and I was 25 a snap ago. I was around 25, 26 years old. I was spending 2000 millennium in Paris with like 5 girls. And I was having the time of my life, and I woke up without socks on for some reason. I don't know what happened, but I woke up with my shoes and no socks on. I was like, wow, it's a party. And so
wait, do you sleep with socks on?
No, I didn't even realize I went to sleep. There's a lot of people in that room, and it smelled like Badussi. You know what Badussi is?
Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. I can put it together.
Smelled just like Badussi in that room.
Okay.
So I got up and I said, "Let me get the fuck out of here." So, but like time flies, and you don't have a lot of time. So I would say, and you
don't want to have what you exactly want be lost in translation, because we are attempting to placate other people's feelings.
Yeah,
like you just got to be real about it. If you want to get the results that you want for your personal life, then you need to know the exact variables from the other person that you want. Yeah, so you guys can have a relationship where there is not a lot of conflict, or too much conflict, too much tension, and too much struggle.
Yeah, I don't even think. I think a lot of dudes who get looked over like blue collar dudes, like every blue collar dude I know in the Bay Area making like 150 right now, 160. I'm just like, y'all just balling out, dude. Like I know a electrician who's making more than a computer engineer. Like we're both at the jiu-jitsu gym together. The electrician is like, man, I'm about to buy a G-Wagon. I'm like, what? Because he has no debt. Because he got his job without debt, and a computer engineer, he has $100,000 in debt. It's crazy. So we're gonna have final thoughts. We'll start here with the truth sayer and work our way out. So any final thoughts?
Look, I just grabbed that mic. I'm ready.
Final thoughts.
There she go. She grabbing hella structures. Final thoughts. I'm hella quiet. All right, go on.
Nothing. Yeah, just age doesn't matter, looks doesn't matter, but yeah.
But money matters.
Yeah, let's be real.
Okay, all right. And CiCi, physique.
Have a nice ass. Work on your legs.
Yes.
Please, at the gym.
Please.
God.
A lot of guys.
God, please.
For sure. For sure.
All right, gentlemen.
Do the squats.
Work
Some
on your
calf
legs,
races.
dude. Yeah, I got a second.
So, gentlemen, never skip leg day. Okay. And Karina, final thoughts.
Good show.
Good show.
Yeah.
You don't got any?
You don't have anything? You don't want to comment on my dashiki?
Go on the offense right
Yeah,
here?
we're back to Africa right here.
Nice shirt.
I got a spear in the back. No, okay. All right, folks. All right. Thank you for joining us. We will be back, and we will work out the kinks. Mm-hmm. As always,
we got a lot of them.
Yeah, we got a lot of kinks, and not the kind that gets us off. So, as always, thank you for coming in. You're all polite savages in my book, and I want you to ask yourself one burning question:
can you handle the tip? Hey, actually, can I have you girls say it? Can you handle the tip?
Can you handle
the tip?
Can you?
Wow.
Go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, do it
All
one
right.
more time.
All right, all us ladies. 1, 2, 3.
Can you handle the tip?
Boom, booty in your face.